Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We are back for some more F1 24 driver career mode for round number 7 for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. If you not check out the last video, please go check that out below, where we had the Miami Grand Prix back in the Sunshine State. If you not check that out, please go watch that down below. Obviously, spoiler alert if you did not see it. It was a decent weekend until lap 25 happened, and we punted our car into the barrier, and that was a massive. That was just rough. But anyways, let's take a look at the driver standings real quick. We are sitting P10 on 19 points. Still ahead of Lance Stroll by 2, and behind Hamilton by about 6 to 7 points. So, obviously, Imola. I don't know where the car is really going to be. It's kind of difficult to judge on where the car really is going to be after a sprint weekend. Thankfully, we'll have a regular weekend, so that makes me happy. We do have some weight reduction coming on, and we do have some rear downforce upgrades that are coming on in time. That should come in Imola, I'm pretty sure, so that will be pretty good. But obviously, we have ERS upgrades that we can do, and I think a minor ERS upgrade ready for Canada would be probably pretty optional in my opinion, because ERS is just crucial. We can't rush it, but yeah, that'll come on time ready for Canada. Hopefully that upgrade goes on. I hope it does, because we need that. Anyways, we have one upgrade possibly coming on this weekend, and is the beam wing, and we got some rear downforce on the car. So we have an upgrade coming on for Imola, and Imola, like I said, it's a I'd say it's a pretty pretty fast flowing circuit. Obviously that big straight with a lot of power from the engine is one thing that is probably gonna not work for us this weekend, but we just got to find the right setup. We are really slow on the straight line, and it's not really looking good. Our engine is weak too, so that's not really helping at all. But we do have a wet race towards the end, so it looks like it's gonna be maybe dries and then going straight to inters to maybe full wets. And it's looking like there. But here's the performance index, and look at that. Massive upgrades that actually has kind of made us part ways with VCarb and Williams. Obviously, I am in talks to join VCarb next season, but anything could change, and my heart can change whatever my heart desires on what I want to do. So, again, we just wait and see. But we got some resource points on. Car felt pretty good. Sued the track pretty well, obviously. Sector 1 and Sector 2 were pretty strong. Sector 3 was a bit challenging, but I think we're looking pretty good for qualifying here. So let's go see where we qualify around Imola. Probably one of my better circuits. It suits my driving style. Let's go give it a go.
Welcome along everybody to Imola, just down the road from Ferrari HQ, and they know a thing or two about pace, and pace today is king. It's qualifying day, and it's great to have you with us.
Welcome to Saturday. It's ready for qualifying here for Imola. Obviously 3 sessions, Q1, Q2, Q3. Where do we sit, personally, in my opinion, after practice? We're sitting pretty good. I think Q1 and Q2 will be beatable. Q3, I don't know where we're going to stand. The car felt really good in one-lap pace, but again, I mean, Q3 is it's going to be hard to judge on where we're going to be in Q3, and it might be even a bit. It's going to be a bit challenging, you know what I mean? So we just have to focus on our best to see where we can be, and we need a good result this weekend too. We've really been struggling a lot with consistency on my side. It's been difficult on my side, obviously. I just haven't been able to get to grips with the car, I felt like sometimes. So yeah, anyways, first run, we had a bit of a brake issue on my car, not on my car, but on my pedals. My brakes were not really working very well, but anyways, we was good enough to get out of Q1. We sit P8. Gasly says P12. So far, pretty good session, but there's your bottom 5. We got Magnussen, Sargent, Bottas, Zhou Guanyu, and Daniel Ricciardo that are both out, so those are the bottom 5. Not looking good for them, considering VCarb got a big nerf and a big buff. Sorry, but nope, that's just kind of how it is. So anyways, heading through Tamburello now. Obviously, Tamburello's been pretty good in this car. It's a little bit of a losing a little bit of the rear on the exit. Obviously the rear upgrade coming on, I think, would maybe make it a little bit better, but a little bit twitchy in the back end just through some of the corners. And I threw 2 Ravatsas now. It's been a pretty good lap. And I don't know where we're going to sit. I think this will be P1. It is P. Wow. I did not expect that. At 115.4. That's not too quick. But it's the best that we got. And, well, like I said, we're in the Q3. And, well, my teammate, Pierre Gasly, well, he's not progressing into Q3. He is out. P14 in that LP. Not looking good for him. Surprisingly, I don't know why we're so quick. I think the AI, we gotta probably up the AI just a little bit, because again, I feel like the AI are a little bit too slow. But last lap in Q3, we're sitting P2, and we are improving. We're improving rapidly. This is a brand new set of tires. We kind of save our used set, the new set, for the end. We did 2 laps, so this is looking pretty good. We get set a purple sector 2 though. And this could be a pole position here if we kind of play it right, heading through the 2 Ravatsas now. This is going to be key, but we're sitting pretty well. We'd sit a purple middle sector. We're very wide. This is going to lose us a lot of time there. Hit through the second one and across the checker flag. Where we're going to put us here. Let's see where we are. I think that might be P2. I think it is P2. And it is P2 as I predicted it. Not P1. I thought that was a good lap though. I felt pretty good compared to that first lap. We were pretty quick, but honestly, that second lap was pretty impressive. So yeah, like I said, the car has really been on it this weekend. Imola is probably one of my better tracks. Imola has been one of my better tracks. But again, it is also pretty challenging to stay within the track limits here. Flat curves, which don't really help, and again, obviously in real life, there's a lot of gravel traps around some of the corners where you can run out wide. Fortunately, they're not in the game yet, so it's going to be challenging. But see, our first one even invalidated. We went pretty well. We slowed down a lot, but yeah, we'll just have to find some time. But well, let's get to the race. I felt pretty good. It's supposed to rain in the race, so let's go see if we can challenge Verstappen in the Red Bull.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 1 lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula 1 circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Cowboy completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Stroll, Perez, Albon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Sargent, Bottas, Joe, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula 1 driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Welcome to the grid, P2, and let's go have ourselves a race. 32 laps around here. Gonna be a one-stop strategy. It's gonna be medium to the hard tire. I think that's obviously the preferred strategy. I think the hard would be a little bit juicy to about where the rain is, but it looks like the rain could honestly, I don't know when the rain could start. It could start spitting at lap 2, who knows. So again, I think if we extend the mediums all the way to the end till we have to come into the box, I think that'll be pretty good. So yeah, Imola's always had some. It's always rainy here in Imola, I feel like. So it's during springtime, so it's gonna be a bit be a bit of a challenging, I think, because I'm not very impressed with the rain. But yeah, everyone else is kind of going mediums. The two McLarens though, they've gone aggressive. They've gone both their drivers are on the hard tires, so they might be slow on the start, but you know, they could possibly have some good pace maybe towards the end of their stint when the mediums start falling off. But anyways, 32 laps. I love this place. Let's do this for Senna here. We're in the Alpine for the 5 red lights, and we are underway for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It wasn't a great start. We had a little bit of wheel spin in the exit. Norris could pounce on us, and Norris is going to pounce on us. He's going to go. He's got the inside line. We're going to have the racing line, obviously. Who's going to have the rundown into the Tamburello chicane? We go around the outside. We give Norris just enough space, and we have to kind of correct the car a little bit, but we get ahead of Lando, and Lando had to back out of that, thankfully for him. Piastri has had a horrible start as he has fallen down pretty bad into the order, but Verstappen is gone, and he's already pulled about a good second already away. So Verstappen is not in our reach, and again, we can't really challenge Max. Obviously, our car is not very good enough, but in qualifying, we're pretty impressive, but I don't know where the race pace is going to stand, obviously. Heading into Piartello, I've really been struggling through Piartello a lot, obviously, with track limits, so we got to watch out on where the car is going to stand through track limits. But anyways, on lap 2 now. It was a pretty good start now once we got into the rhythm, but obviously Norris and Russell, they're going to be obviously a threat. Charles Leclerc is also a threat around here. Obviously the Ferrari's one of Ferrari's home races, obviously with Leclerc and that Ferrari engine. Everybody's going to be cheering on all the Tifosi fans are going to be cheering on Charles Leclerc. Meanwhile, for Alpine, I don't know where we are, so yeah, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster race today. But it started to sprinkle on lap 3. Way earlier than expected. I thought it was going to start sprinkling around like lap 5, maybe to lap 10. But no, the rain is here. As obviously it's slight showers. It's not too aggressive of showers, thankfully. So it's calm right now, but again, I mean, this track might get wet pretty quickly. So, and look at this train that we got behind us. We got a massive train of cars right behind us. We got the 2 Mercs, the 2 Ferraris, the 2 McLarens, the 2 Astons, one of the Red Bulls of Sergio Perez, already in mid-season form, and everybody's kind of back here, and we can't catch up to Verstappen. We're just too slow. Again, it's kind of where we expect to be. Obviously, our car's not good enough. We can't challenge the top teams, but somehow the qualifying pace is there, and it's pretty strong. But Lando's gonna have an amazing run heading down the main straight here. Norris he's got so much overspeed, he's gonna get around us there, and that's kind of expected. I didn't expect to fight Lando too much, but the rain is coming down pretty fast. I'd say the track is getting a little bit wet, not too wet, but as long as if we just stay on the race line, I think we should be all right. I just don't want to get outside the race line because I think we'll just slide off pretty easily. But we do have someone that actually had it off down in turn number 1. I think that is one of the Williams. That might be Logan Sargent or Alex Albon. Or that might be someone else. I think that might have been one of the RBs, maybe. Who knows? That's not the RB. That's an RB, though, and that's Yuki Tsunoda. He's had an engine issue, and, well, he's out of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix on lap 6. Also, V-Carb's home race as well. Obviously, the team based out of Faenza, if I said that right. I hope I did. Obviously, well, that's not pretty good if we want to join them for next season. We had a little bit of a snap there through the second Ravazza corner. The tires are a bit falling off a little bit, but the track's also getting a bit greasy, and the car's not really liking it. I will say that for sure. But here comes Russell, but Leclerc's got other plans because Leclerc wants to fight Russell, and Leclerc's going to go down the inside, but we are going to stay ahead. I thought they would have had overspeed, but they're side by side heading into the Tamburello chicane. So they're side by side for a minute on lap 8. Norris and Verstappen have basically pulled away, and looking at this tire delta, 20%, 22 on the right side compared to the left side. We're 10% and 17%. It's not looking good, and I think we're using a lot of curb, but also it looks like the tires are just really not liking it, obviously, through a lot of these corners. So it's very challenging. That is a track limits warning, and that's another one. And that is a 3-second. We've already gotten a time penalty, and that's a 3-second time penalty for track limits. We've tested the limit too much. No black and white flag. You just get the time penalty. kind of unfair, but I would say unfair. But I mean, you got to stay in the track limits. That's just the rules now. It would have been maybe a little bit cool if maybe the AI were run out, but I guess not. And oh, we got a bit of a loss there, and we just lost a bunch of time through there. And now Russell and Piastri are going to capitalize. Piastri came out of nowhere. Meanwhile, Leclerc has fallen back, and Piastri around the outside. We had to kind of lose it a little bit there. We're losing a little bit in the exit, lost the grip through that dirty air, and we had to kind of back out because Russell got a bit squirrely with Piastri. They're side by side, obviously through Piratella, which didn't really make it work at all, and the dirty air was really bad, but the track is really feeling it. Now the track limits warning for sliding over the curb, so I don't really agree with that, but okay, Cody's and EA, thank you for that. But lap 11, now almost lap 12, about almost halfway through this race, but the rain is pouring and it is chucking down pretty bad, and the tires are falling off pretty quickly. But Leclerc and Sainz are just going to capitalize on us. We're falling down like a rock. It is a challenge here. We can't even keep it on the track. We're really struggling. I don't even have that good a grip on here. It looks like the rain is going to stay for another 10 minutes. Stay alert, they say. I can stay alert, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge. And almost lost the car again on the exit. I'm thinking for going to inters though, because the track is getting wetter and wetter every time we come around here, and I'm not really liking it. Obviously, the situation is pretty tough, Mark. I totally agree with you, but I think we need to pit for the inters now, and we've had another exit loss, and Alonso has capitalized on that. And lap 15, yeah, I'm coming in. Look at these tires, man. 44, 35, so much wheel spin in the back end, and we lose the car. A little nice drift there. We lost the car in the exit, and we're still losing the car. We're sliding everywhere, and we need to go for inters. This is too much. I can't do it. Tires are falling off like a rock. I go in a little bit faster in the pits, but everybody's gonna go inters. Everybody's gonna go inters. Obviously, the soft tires would have been crucial maybe to begin with, because I think the softs are pretty good in the wet. But it's time for inters, so hopefully we can kind of see maybe if we can pull a little bit of a gap there. But everybody's coming in. Looks like the Haas, they're double stacking. Everybody's kind of double stacking. Obviously, some guys didn't pit though, and those I believe are the two. One of the Red Bulls. Both. No, that's actually the two McLarens. Looks like the Ferrari and the other one McLaren did not pit. So obviously Norris and Verstappen are set and clear. But here's a look at where everybody is. Gasly his race is not going so well, but Verstappen is pretty much ahead. And these conditions are getting worse. I totally agree with you, Mark. But I think the inters would be the best bet. We do have someone retiring, though. And that is actually one of the Red Bulls. It's actually Sergio Perez, who's retired. And a VSC has been deployed for Perez. I don't know if he had an engine issue. He probably had an engine issue, or he binned it. I think it honestly was an engine issue. So on lap 16, we've had 2 retirements. And green flag as we're back underway. And that VSC only lasted for about 1 lap. I thought they would have probably red flagged it, because it seems to be a thing that they like to do, is red flag it when it starts raining for no reason. I don't know why, but on lap 17 now, well, we didn't get held for 3 seconds. That kind of sucks. So we're kind of in the bin. And I don't know if I can pull away 3 seconds, but my hero, Logan Sargent, is P11, my fellow American. So looks like the two Americans are sitting P9 and P11. Obviously not teammates, but pretty good friends, I guess you could say, outside of the track. My fellow American. But anyways, let's focus back on the race. Lance Stroll all over the back of us. Lance Stroll and me, we don't have a great friendship outside the track, and especially in real life, we hate each other, especially in the game. That's one of my biggest rivals, because no matter where I go, Lance Stroll haunts me in my dreams. But anyways, through Villeneuve, and well, I can't pull away from Lance Stroll. I'm really struggling to pull away from Lance. Again, obviously the Aston's pretty quick. Stroll's pretty quick in the Aston, and judging by Alonso's pace, he's pretty quick. But again, I can't even pull away a second from Sargent. I'm really struggling through the wet here, and like I said, I'm not very good in the wet. But it is heavy rain, and I think it's time to go to wets. Maybe a little bit. We have a yellow flag. Someone's heading off. That's actually my hero, Logan Sargent. He's heading off. I don't know if he locked up or just slid off the track, but that is not good for Williams. And Logan was running pretty good, honestly, but now Ricardo takes that gap, and we have a red flag. It looks like the race has been stopped. Looks like the rain got to us all as the red flag is out. That is the first red flag of the season, Must have been due to the rain. Obviously, I think the conditions were just too much, and the FIA decided to call it a red flag. So it's going to be heavy rain. I say we go wets. I was thinking inters because I've heard inters have been OP, but I think it's just full wet conditions. Maybe towards the end it might come back to us, it looks like. But I think full wets will be the option, and I think that will be the best bet. So it's going to be, well, we've now kind of been screwed, I guess you could say, because, well, this red flag is not helping us, and we still have not served our 3 seconds. Here we go for the second. The second starts and lights out, and away we go. And everybody's on full wets, but we got a decent start, I'd say. Obviously, got ahead of Stroll and ahead of Ricardo, thankfully. I thought maybe Stroll would have got us, and no, Stroll does got us in the X. He's got the race line, though. I will say that. We have the inside line through the through the chicane, and we kind of staying ahead. We're still side by side with Lance Stroll. Obviously, bitter enemies, but we get ahead of Stroll, heading through Villeneuve corner, and well, just gotta kind of keep it on the track, I guess you could say. I'm not really liking the way that this car is feeling right now in the wet. It doesn't feel that great, I will say that. Really struggling with the balance. I feel like now, I think, again, we have gone dry setup, but again, it has been a struggle, really. I mean, I just feel like I'm nowhere, and I think this penalty is not really going to help us whatsoever. So I might honestly just go for a risky gamble. And someone's had it off. That's actually Carlos Sainz. He's had it off in the Ferrari, and I believe that was through Aqua Minerale. I think I remember that's Aqua Minerale is now heading through Variante Alta. But yeah, Sainz has had it off. Obviously, the AI have been making more mistakes, and Sainz has had, well, he's made a pretty costly mistake. Once you put them under pressure, they are prone to locking up the front end. So that's not great for them. But cheeky drift as we broke a little too late. Whatever, keep ahead of Alonso, but I need Sainz to absolutely just have an issue or something to kind of hold up that pack. But I doubt he will, so it's gonna be a challenge, I guess you could say. But I think honestly going to inters, because I honestly don't think I can pull away from Sainz nor Stroll. I think we'll just be holding up this group, and it's just gonna be nowhere. So we're gonna be out the points anyways, unless someone spins out. I doubt it. So I'm just gonna go inters. I'm gonna send it. It's, again, we got a penalty. They won't let us serve the penalty either, which I don't really like that. You must have like a 5-second penalty, which I don't know why the game doesn't give you 5 seconds for exceeding track limits. I guess I don't know why it's always 3 and we've had a slow stop. That just makes my life even worse. So thanks, Alpine, appreciate it. But I can't really blame them, because I only could blame myself for the 2 track limit violations, and we've been pretty clean ever since. But I mean, again, that's just, I think now, since I've kind of made it more challenging for myself, putting on strict corner cutting rules and track limits, I think it's important to stay within the track. So especially in leagues too, where you got to stay in the track limits. So that is challenging, but around Imola it's very easy to get time penalties around here. Again, flat curbs, it's challenging for sure, but we got to keep going. And well, let's just see how the inters run. Like I said, they've been pretty OP in the wet. I feel like that's, I don't know if that's like a glitch or whatever, but I mean, the rain is not too bad. Obviously the rain has calmed down a lot. I think we'll maybe have a decent run. We did get a 128.8. It's not the fast lap though. Perez has got that fast lap. Obviously fast lap is going to be for him anyways, because again, fast laps were set during the dry. So I guess we're pretty quick. We are catching up to Bottas a little bit, and also Lance Stroll, but we're really throwing the car in the corners now. And so we're cooking up something, but we're really pushing the car now. We're in hot lap mode. I mean, we're just kind of running for nothing really. But again, I mean, maybe a safety car can happen. Someone's heading off. That's down by there, and well, that absolutely just shafted us, because that's a red flag on lap 28. So the one thing I didn't want to happen, because now basically now they got a free stop. God damn it. God damn it. Why? Fine. Well, now our race is officially over, and well, we're going to be starting last, and everybody's going to go inters. So thanks EA, thanks whoever had an off, thanks Daniel or whoever it was. I think it was Daniel, but here we go. for the third and final time. 2 laps to go, and well, 3 laps to go actually coming across. But here we go, lights out, away we go for the third and hopefully the final restart. Now it's probably getting pretty late here in Imola, but we get a decent start for the third time. Bottas is clear, and oh, we hit the backup. Bottas through the diffuser, no damage. Okay, but that is a collision warning with Bottas. Obviously, just misjudged the braking completely. But there's he saved the car, but he's had a loosey goosey moment, I say, through that in that Sauber. But everybody's gonna hold up. We need to get through this field. I'm flying on the inters. I feel pretty good in the inters compared to the wets. That's where I'm really strong at. Obviously, it stopped raining, but the track is just very damp. But it is inter conditions, so I don't know where my teammate is, but I think Pierre Gasly is up there in the P10. That is good. I think if he can get points, that's all I care about. We had another Ferrari that's off. I think that was Carlos Sainz again. So Sainz has made two mistakes in Imola, and he makes another one. So that makes his life worse. But Hulkenberg with a late move, very late through by the Haas driver. But we're gonna go around the outside through Variante Alta. That was a clean move. No track limits on the exit. If only we didn't do that earlier, but that's what happens. Anyways, we're approaching now 2 laps to go, heading through the 2 Ravatas now. Well, we're pretty fast. Someone's heading off once again. I think that's Nico once again. He's absolutely sent it into the gravel. So the gravel trap is probably his best friend. And 2 laps to go now. I mean, we just full send. I know we're not going to get points. I don't know where we're going to be. We're not going to get points, though. I doubt it. With this penalty, it's going to make life even hell. So it's just going to be challenging. But Gasly, I believe Gasly is up there. I think that's a P12 or P10. So he's doing a good job. That might be P11, so that's not points, but if he just keeps on going forward, maybe he gets ahead of the kick Sauber of Zhou Guan Yu, he might get it. But we send one down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo's got the much better exit. We couldn't get the grip down if we wanted to save our life heading through Tosa. But now through Piartella around the outside of Ricciardo, but we don't get that move done. Ricciardo with a brilliant defense, but now we're really just kind of, I mean, now it's just over. Now it's just kind of playing survival. And man, it's been challenging. Let's just say that it's not been the best race for us, and again, a really bad race. So Magnussen has an off, and they're making more mistakes. So AI and Magnussen, they're just making mistakes left and right. But for us, we're not making any mistakes. But we're just kind of running for nothing at this point. We're just trying to get closer and closer, but looks like a 3-second gap has been kind of pulled a little bit through some of this midfield. I think because Magnussen let off the brakes. That is not helping us. But now final lap here around Imola. It is going to be a challenge to get ahead of Daniel, but we're dumping it all. We're dumping overtake. And I didn't expect to go into overtake mode. I thought we would have saved it, but with someone setting off down into through Tamburello. And there's actually a 2 off. So I think that's our teammate, Pierre Gasly, who's running into the points. He's at an off, and Hamilton's off as well. And we're sending P11. But we're not going to have that for long. Okay, Hamilton's off. I don't know what happened there for him, but also I think Gasly might have went with him too. Gasly went off with him too. No! Pierre, man. No, that's not what I want to see from our teammate. No, man. That actually is heartbreaking for Pierre Gasly. He's had probably one of the worst lucks this year. He's had no points on the board for Alpine, and that is not helping him whatsoever. So that's just made everything miserable for him. But Oscar Piastri is going to win. He wins his first race with McLaren. From our side, I don't know where we're going to be, but it's P11 on track.
And that's it then for the
I don't know what to say.
Romania Grand Prix. And what a sensational victory they've managed to pull off here.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it wasn't an easy start. Not the most straightforward of days, but I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away still with a victory.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight.
They will be, and Oscar Piastri wins here in Imola, and he ruins Ferrari's dreams of winning in Imola. But, well, that's how it is. So McLaren 1-2, I believe, and Verstappen sits P3, so McLaren have entered the chat. and Piastri got a race win before Norris did in the game. Obviously, Norris got a win in Miami in real life, so yeah, but in the game, clearly Piastri has won. So he's doing pretty well. I don't know where McLaren sit in the standings, but they must do pretty well. But anyways, from my side, it's not been. It was just a crappy race. I'll say that. And again, struggling with consistency still. I just can't get anything going. I feel like I think the past 2 races have really been a struggle. I think Miami was a great opportunity to get points, but just again, I don't know what happened through Miami through that last corner. I guess I just had so much wheel spin. But it's P14 on track with the penalty. So we beat our teammate at least, but Williams get points, Kick Sauber get points, Lance Stroll gets points. So, I mean, Kick Sauber kind of nowhere near us. I think Stroll was kind of our closest enemy in the Drivers' Championship. So he gets a point on the board, but yeah. I don't know what to say really other than just ready for Monaco, I guess you could say. So, yeah, but like I said, I think if Gasly maybe didn't have that issue, I think he probably would have got ahead. But yeah, look at the strategies that happened. I mean, yeah, there was 2. Yeah, we almost had another time penalty. We had two track back-to-back track limit warnings, and let's take a look at the collisions. I think Max sends it off, and looks like Albon not off. But yeah. Again, it would have been cool if maybe the AI go off track limits, but clearly they don't. So yeah, but well, we just gotta pack our bags and get ready for Monaco for the crown jewel of racing. So yeah, that's all I got in today's video. Sorry if I sound a bit under the weather. It's allergy season up here where I'm at, and I feel like I always get sick around this time, so I apologize. But yeah, that's all I got in today's video, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good afternoon. Be safe out there, and I will see y'all in the next one.